Hello everyone, hope you all are good and healthy. A warm greetings to all my lovely students. This is your English teacher Mrs. Janaki Biswas and I welcome you all to your English online classes. Students, today in this video we will be doing a poem. The title of the poem is Frogs at School, written by George Cooper. Dear students, this is the last topic from your English course book. Now, before we go in detail, let us have some information about George Cooper. George Cooper was an American poet and writer. He was well known for his poems. And students, he is particularly known for all the poems which he wrote for the children. And today we will be learning about the poem Frogs at School written by George Cooper. So before doing the brief summary of the poem, let us listen to the poem.
20 froggies went to school down beside a rushy pool. 20 little coats of green, 20 vests, all white and clean. "We must be in time," said they. "First we study, then we play. That is how we keep the rule when we froggies go to school." Master Bullfrog, grave and stern, called the classes in their turn, taught them how to nobly strive, likewise how to leap and dive. From his seat upon the log, showed them how to say, "Good job, good job." Also how to dodge a blow from the sticks which bad boys throw. 20 froggies grew up fast. Bullfrogs they became at last. Not one dance among the lot, not one lesson they forgot. Polished in a high degree, as each froggy ought to be. Now they sit on other logs, teaching other little frogs.
Students, it's time for us to do a brief summary of this poem, Frogs at School. Now, before we do the summary, let me ask you about lifestyle. What is lifestyle? We all have different lifestyles. Lifestyle means what we do, what we eat, what we wear, everything what we do. So each and every person has different lifestyles. Now here in this poem, students, we will learn about the lifestyle of animals. Animals do have lifestyle. And here particularly we will study about frogs and 20 frogs who are well disciplined and obedient. So this poem, that is Frogs at School, there are 6 paragraphs and each paragraph is of 4 lines. And throughout the poem we get lot of information about frogs and how they behave. So the basic thing here is about the lifestyle of frog, and particularly not all the frogs, 20 frogs. Now let me ask you students, when you used to come to school, what was your priority? The first priority was your uniform. You were always asked to wear neat and clean uniform. And the second was to reach school at the proper time, that means be punctual. Now we will find the same thing, the same quality in these frogs. And the first quality was that all these 20 frogs, they wore very neat dress, that is green coat and white clean vest. Secondly, their main priority was to reach school at proper time. And they had a rule, that is the thumb rule, that when they have come to school, first of all they would study and then only they would go to play or do some other work. And now you should know about their school. Where was the school, students? The school was down beside the rushy pool. And there all the 20 frogs, they went there wearing a proper dress, that is green coat and white and clean vest. And again, do you remember their rule? The rule was that they must be in proper time, that means the correct time, and then they should first study. Their priority was to study. And then we come to know about their teacher, that is the bullfrog. He was very strict and serious. And as soon as he entered the class, he used to first call the class in their turn. That means call them out by their names. And then he taught them to do everything in a very respectable way. That means whatever he taught, whether it was to leap, that means to jump or to dive, they were taught to do it in a very respectable manner, that is in a very proper manner. And they were even taught to keep on trying and try hard in a proper manner until they learn how to leap and how to dive. So this was the first thing which the bullfrog taught them. Now you may ask, what is or who is a bullfrog? Bullfrog is a large frog which croaks. So as I told you that their teacher bullfrog, he was very strict and serious. So as he entered the class, he first called out their names and then he started teaching them in a very respected way. And the first thing which he taught was never give up. Until you learn how to leap and dive, they should keep on trying and trying again and again. Then the next, all these 20 frogs, they were taught how to sit properly on the log. That means how patiently they should sit in their proper place, that is on the log. They were even taught how to make different noises. And the important part was to how to dodge, means how to save themselves from the blow. That means whenever we see that some bad boys are throwing some sticks or stone, the frogs were taught how to save themselves from those blows. And these 20 froggies, they were so intelligent and well disciplined that very quickly they learned all their lessons and they grew up into bullfrogs. That means as they were well disciplined and obedient, they learned everything very quickly, never forgot a single lesson. And quickly all these 20 froggies, they grew and they became bullfrogs. That means they became large frogs which can croak and make noise. And a single lesson they did not forget. So what were the lessons they were taught? First of all, proper uniform. Second, reach school at proper time and give the priority to the study. And in the studies, what they learned? They learned how to sit properly on the log, the noise, and then they were also taught how to leap and dive. And the important part was how to save themselves from the bad boys when they used to throw stones or sticks. So now, since they had learned all the lessons properly and moreover they had grown up, it was the time for them to become now bullfrog. That means it was the time for them to become the teacher and teach the other group of frogs. Now, at last what we come to know, that a line is given here, students, polished in a high degree. Now what do you mean by this line, polished in a high degree? And from this line, students, we mean that they were trained in a very perfect way. They were trained in a very perfect way. That means, first of all, I told you, in the proper way, that is a respectable manner, a respectful way. And moreover, they were even taught never to give up, to try very hard until they learn. And so now all these 20 froggies, they were ready to become bullfrog. And now it was their duty to act as a teacher and teach the other little frogs. And particularly teach all these things what they have learned in the proper way. Uniform, proper time, how to leap and dive, and dodge. Dodge means to move quickly to a side to avoid being hit. So students, this was a brief summary of the poem Frogs at School. Hope the explanation is clear to you. In the next video, students, I will be doing a detailed line by line explanation of this poem. Till then, students, take care and goodbye.